brought me through the fire. The blessings fall like rain upon me. And in these days when I am stronger, let me remember you are my strength and shelter, more than I can understand. Into your heart I melt completely, and all the ways I had been broken are like a child again. I dwell in innocent love, and your house shall be my house forever. Innocent love, only your goodness and your mercy follow me. One step at a time, embrace me now in all I do. And any way I've been unkind, just let it fade into my love for you. Holy Spirit flowing strong, within your arms I am forever. And any good I think I've done is only you inside my willingness. Innocent love, your house shall be my house forever. Innocent love, only your goodness and your mercy follow me. When a desire for fortune, fame, or glory takes your soul, it can make you cry. So many tears and questions. Where is God and where do I belong? Only God could bring me back to life, and here in God I live to be. God never leaves me, never could. My God is good and always loving me, pulling me through. You pulled me through the fire, and the blessings fall like rain upon me. And in these days when I am stronger, let me remember you are my strength and shelter, more than I will understand. Into your heart I melt completely, and with your hand in my hand, I am like a child again. I dwell in innocent love. Oh, and your house shall be my house forever. Innocent love.
to touch that divinity, that holiness, that oneness that is within. All good, holy, holy. As these words of Ricky Byers rings in my soul, I proclaim that that is the truth, that all is good and all is holy, for God is in all, and the life of God, the joy of God, the health of God, the perfection of God, the abundance of God is our life now. We are one with God, for God is in us, as us, and through us. And on this special day, on this Mother's Day, we say thank you to mama, stepmom, auntie, granny, neighbor, teacher, for every woman who has embodied the divine principle and loved us, empowered us, called us out, spanked us, and reminded us of our greatness. And we say yes on this sacred day to embodying the divine feminine, healing, nurturing, and intuition, and all the beauty that God is. And we speak this day the truth, that God's world is perfect, God's world is healthy, God's world is abundant. And this is God's world, and we are God's people, and we say yes to embodying, living, speaking, and knowing this truth for our world. We are grateful for this opportunity to gather in this sacred space of Open Heart Spiritual Center. Grateful for this celebration and for the messenger today. And we know that this service is blessed, a blessing, spirit-filled, life-changing. And so it is. Blessings.
They say he wandered very far over land and sea, a little shy, satisfied, but very wise was he. And then one day, one magic day, he passed my way. And while we spoke of many things, this he said to me: the greatest thing never learn is just to love and be loved in return. And then one day, one magic day, he passed my way. And while we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. Many things, fools and kings, this he said to me. The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. Just be loved. Just be loved. Just be loved.
What comes from the heart reaches the heart. Good morning and welcome to our Heartstream for this Sunday, May the 10th. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. And as you hear me say all the time, you don't have to be a biological mother for this to be your day. There's so many women that I know who were nurturers and carers and providers for people without actually having given birth. So to all of you, I say thank you from all of us, all of the children, for the job that you have done. Appreciate all that you do. I want to salute my own mother, Mrs. Yvonne Dukes Gilmore. She did a wonderful job, I think, in raising me and my sister, Joan Gilmore Oglesby. And by the way, yesterday was Joan's birthday, and I want to again say happy birthday to you, sister. I love you, and I hope that you enjoyed your very special day. This morning, we have for Mother's Day, two things. Here on the Heartstream, we have our very special guest, Ella Rose Aji, who will bring us our message today. And then at 11 a.m. at Unity Christian Church, our own Angela Sargent will be the guest speaker. And we're looking forward to both of them providing for us Mother's Day message that both of them I know have that will be very dynamic and inspirational. And I look forward to both of those and you being able to experience that. We know that there have been some challenges here in the state of Tennessee. The recent actions of our state legislature have captured the attention, not only here locally, but also across the nation. And I just want to say that we have to continue to be prayerful. We have to continue to use our tools in terms of prayer, in terms of meditation, in terms of focus, and all of those things to be able to move forward and to find solutions and find ways of moving beyond these attempts to squash representation and so many other things there too. And again, be mindful of what you pay attention to. Pay attention to what you pay attention to. You hear me say that over and over and over again. But I think that it's important by limiting our exposure to news and social media and doom scrolling, as they call it. Take a break from that. You don't have to constantly be in that atmosphere. Find other things that nurture your spirit. In fact, the first things that you ought to do is to take care of your spirit. There's some songs that I've been listening to that are affirmations, and in one of the things that she sings is before I check my phone, I check my soul. And I think that is important, that we check our soul before anything else. A lot of us grab that phone first thing we do when we wake up. But take a moment, pause, breathe. And that was one of the things in the prayer class, by the way. I'll talk about that in a minute, that we talked about, was having an opportunity before anything else to just, when you first awake, be aware of what's present for just 60 seconds before doing anything else. And I think that that is important. Speaking of which, our affirmative prayer class, Affirm, Align, Allow, just started this past Wednesday. At Unity Christian Church, we still have time for you if you'd like to join us this week. We had a fantastic class. We had a good group, a good turnout, and the workbooks that I put together, I think are going to be a tremendous source for the people who participate. So like for you, if you'd like to, there's still time to come and join us at 6 p.m. on this Wednesday. And we go through Wednesday, June the 3rd. And on this day, too, as I think about Mother's Day, I know that for some people this can be difficult because of either the relationship that the person might have had with their mother, or because their mother is no longer on this earthly plane. And for those of you who find yourself in this situation, I also want to extend my prayers and send healing energy and just uplift and upraise the consciousness for each and every one of you. And as always, I greet you, I bless you, I see God in you.
Our affirmation for the month of May: the truth sets me free. Today, I know the truth, and the truth sets me free from all the weak spots I've previously claimed for myself. I now choose to think, feel, speak, and act from a higher truth, and this truth sets me free. Amen, Ashe, and so it is.
Today is a day like no other day. Just think and you'll know that it's true. Days like today should be holidays. So I'm singing this message to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Just have a happy day.
There are several ways to give to Open Heart: through our Cash App at OHSC 901, online at OHSC901.com, or text the word GIVE to 615-422-4290.
A powerful way to start or continue your day is with our daily prayer call. Each morning, at 8 a.m. Central Time, a prayer team member provides an inspirational reading and an affirmative prayer. Join us at 901-586-8755.
Come out and improve your strength, balance, and flexibility with our instructor, P.A. Bomani, better known as Coach P.A., the founder of Stretch Yoga. He tailors the sessions to fit your level of fitness from beginner to advanced. We meet each Saturday at 9 a.m. It's just $10 per person per class. Hey, if you're in the Memphis area, each week you're invited to come out to Unity Christian Church, 3345 McCorkle Road, to join us for our Sunday celebration. This isn't just about John speaking, but it's about an opportunity for two powerful, wonderful congregations to come together. That's right, because we have people from Open Heart who join in singing, who work as platform assistants, and other things that happen on those Sundays. And if you're here, it's an opportunity for you to come out and to share with us. If you're not able to be here in person, you can always stream with us at Unity Christian Church, both on the Facebook page and on the YouTube channel. Hope to see you soon.
We are the love of strangers that say a silent prayer. We are the love of mothers that taught
our hearts to care. We are the patience and the sacrifice of yesterday, the silence in between the breaths of all the words we say. We are. We are the proof of life, how our ancestors gave. We are the proof of love, from the cradle to the grave. We are the best of struggles that we don't have to bear. We are the heir to all the prayers that float upon the air. We are. Children that may never know our names. We are the piece of people that won't bow their heads in shame. We are. We walk upon the earth, we knock on heaven's door. We are the life that teems along the deepest ocean floor. We are.
The present, the past, the future days to come. The Alpha, the Omega, we are everything in one. We are. I'm pleased to introduce our speaker, Ella Rose Aji. Ella is a spiritual life coach, author, and mentor devoted to helping women rediscover their inner wisdom, purpose, and spiritual confidence. After more than 40 years in healthcare as a registered nurse and administrator, Ella felt called to support people in a deeper way, guiding conversations around healing, reflection, and personal transformation. Through her platform, The Sacred Spark, she helps women in midlife explore life experiences, reconnect with their spiritual identity, and move forward with clarity and peace. Ella also serves at Unity Christian Church of Memphis as secretary of the Board of Trustees, as the manager of the church bookstore, as a meditation leader and platform assistant, and she's a member of the Open Heart Unity Prayer Team. You can hear Ella on Tuesday mornings as she leads us in prayer. Her work focuses on creating compassionate spaces where individuals feel supported in their journey of growth and self-discovery. It's been a pleasure getting to know Ella. She's been a watcher of the Heartstream for some time now, and she has really been a jewel. I know coming to Unity, she was a person who welcomed me with open arms and made things, the transition smooth because of the way in which she interacted, not only with me, but with other members of Open Heart, and also the way that she interacts with people at Unity. And it's just a joy to know her. And I'm so glad today that she agreed to be the speaker, because she's also, she didn't include that in her bio, but I know that she's also a proud mother and a proud grandmother as well. And oftentimes we will have conversations about the grandchildren and the ways in which they delight her. And I know that she's one of the people that's seen as the glue that helps to hold her extended family together. I also, on a personal note, want to just again salute and acknowledge Ella, because this week she was met with some health challenges and some that are quite painful, but she is a trooper, and she took the opportunity in the midst of all of that to still do this video for today. She had things prepared. She went through the process. And Ella, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for you taking the time in the midst of things that you were doing to still come through and to provide this video. And with that, Ella, I know who you truly are, an expression of the divine. And today you bring forth a message that has come for each and every one of us on this very, very special Mother's Day. I greet you. I bless you. I see God in you.
To Reverend Gilmore and his beautiful wife, Emma, thank you for the opportunity to share with the Open Heart Spiritual Community on this beautiful Mother's Day 2026. I am truly honored, and I honor the Christ presence in each and every one of you on this call. Let me begin with a gentle question. What if Mother's Day was not only about what you have given, but also about who you have become? The title of my message today is A Day of Recognition, honoring the woman you have become. Now, we all know Mother's Day has traditionally been a time to celebrate mothers, their love, their sacrifice, their care, their devotion. And as a mother of four, a mother in love of four, a grandmother of 12, and a great-grandmother of 10, I wholeheartedly agree. That kind of love deserves to be seen, honored, and recognized. And today, I invite us to expand the meaning of recognition, to move beyond honoring the roles we play or have played, and begin honoring the woman we have become through those roles. Because somewhere along the way, in all the loving and giving, a powerful becoming has been unfolding. And today, that is what we recognize. And it's interesting, when we look at the origins of Mother's Day, we begin to see that this idea of recognition was always at the heart of it. When Anna Jarvis worked to establish Mother's Day in the early 1900s, her intention was deeply personal. She was trying to fulfill her late mother, Anne Reed Jarvis' dream. There was a lot going on in this country, especially it was rough for women and children. So Mother's Day was meant to be a day of gratitude, a day for families to pause and truly see the woman behind the role. It was never meant to be performance. It was never meant to be perfection. It was meant to be recognition. However, once President Woodrow Wilson signed the law to make it a national holiday in 1908, the meaning began to shift from intimate acknowledgement to something more external, more visible, even more commercial. And so when we speak of recognition today, we're not just speaking of something that comes from the outside. In truth, recognition is first an inner awakening. It is the moment we pause, we acknowledge the divine work that has been unfolding within us. Because every act of love, every sacrifice, every time you held it together when no one saw, something within you was being shaped. Strength was being formed. Compassion was being deepened. And wisdom was being earned. And in that spiritual understanding, we realize Mother's Day is not just about honoring a role. It is about recognizing the expression of the divine that has been living, moving, and growing inside you. Not just for what you have done, but for the woman you have become. Because when we focus only on what we've given, we can miss the sacred transformation that giving has created within us. And I want you to consider this. You did not just raise children, you became more patient. You did not just hold families together, you became resilient. You did not just show up again and again, you became dependable, steady, anchored. And in moments when you thought you were simply just getting through, something within you was quietly being shaped. Wisdom, discernment, compassion, strength you didn't even know you had. So today is not just a day to look back at what you've done. It is a day to recognize the woman those experiences have formed. Because there's a version of you that didn't exist 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. A woman who has lived, learned, a woman who has endured and still knows how to love. And that woman deserves to be seen. My youngest daughter, Amanata Solomon, and I were talking the other day as I was preparing for this message, and she said something that stayed with me. She said, "Mama, you can tell my story." She said, "Right now I'm a dance mom, sitting all day at a dance competition with Layla." They were in a hotel room, and she had just paid $20 for a hamburger for her daughter. Meanwhile, she was sitting there eating leftover chicken salad from a nearby grocery store deli. Now, my granddaughter, Layla, is 12 years old and has food allergies, and she'd already eaten all the snacks her mom had carefully prepared the first day of competition. The grocery store didn't have anything else she could safely eat, so Amanata made sure her daughter had what she needed. And what struck me was this. It wasn't that she couldn't afford a meal for herself. She could easily have afforded a hamburger too. But in that moment, her meal was an afterthought. And I wonder how many women in this space know exactly what that feels like. Not just with food, but with life. Where your needs, your desires, your rest, your care become secondary and afterthought. But here's what we don't always stop to recognize. In those moments, you were just doing for others. You were becoming someone. You weren't just doing for others. You were becoming someone. You were becoming attentive. You were becoming selfless. You were becoming devoted. And yes, sometimes you were becoming someone who forgot to include herself in the care she freely gives. But today is not about judging that. It's about recognizing it. Because the same woman who learned how to put others first now has the wisdom to remember herself too. And as I sat with Amanata's story, I realized something. That moment in the hotel dining room was not just about food. It was a moment of love. It was a moment of devotion. A moment of quiet giving that no one applauds. And in spiritual truth, that is the divine expressing itself. Because every time we give from the heart, we are participating in something sacred. And here is what Spirit gently reminds us. The same divine love that flows through you is meant to flow to you as well. You're not just the giver of care, you are also the recipient of it. And somewhere along the way, men and women learn how to pour without remembering they too are meant to be filled. So today, we don't take away the beauty of giving. We simply bring it back into balance. We honor the woman who gives, and we awaken the woman who receives. Because who you have become is not just someone who sacrifices. You have become someone wise enough to choose wholeness. Now, I'd like to offer a gift, a moment of gentle, centering, restorative meditation. And I invite you to take a deep breath, breathing in through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Just breathe in and exhale. And let's take another deep breath in and exhale. And one more breath. Breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the nose as you relax your shoulders. I invite you to get in a comfortable position and gently close your eyes or lower your gaze, whichever feels comfortable, and bring your attention inward to your heart center. Take a soft, easy breath in and exhale slowly. Let yourself settle right where you are. No roles to play, nothing to manage, no one to take care of in this moment. Just you, breathing, becoming aware of your own presence. Now, gently bring to mind a moment in your life where you gave without hesitation, where you showed up for someone else. Let that moment come. And as you see it, I want you to notice something. Not just what you did, but who you were in that moment. Were you patient, loving, strong, present? Just notice. Now gently shift your awareness and imagine that same love, that same care, that same presence turning toward you, as if life itself is now offering it back. Silently affirm within yourself, I honor the woman I have become. I allow myself to receive the love I so freely give. I am worthy of care, rest, and nourishment. Take one more deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel a soft sense of wholeness, a quiet recognition that you are not lacking, you are becoming. And when you are ready, gently bring your awareness back into this space. And so, on this Mother's Day 2026, we have done more than celebrate what women have done. And whether you have given birth or not, if you have loved, supported, held space for, or helped life unfold, you have mothered, and you are worthy of recognition. We began this message with a gentle question. What if Mother's Day was not only about what you have given, but also about who you have become? And we have taken a moment to recognize who we have become, because the same woman who learned how to give so fully is now the woman who can choose to live just as fully. May you walk forward, honoring yourself with the same love you so freely give to others. Namaste. And so it is.